Yep, there it is. That dreaded light that no one wants to see. The check engine light. The light from hell. And what is it doing to me? Well, number one, I got home, which is great. So, I had to go 500 plus miles today. But it feels like my turbo's not spooling up like it should. It's a little sluggish. So off to Ford it goes. All right, they got the truck ready. Gonna head down to Ford to go pick it up. So what was wrong with it? Well, we'll get to that in just a minute. I think they took pretty good care of us. Took the truck in on a Tuesday. They had it ready actually yesterday. Today is Saturday, so same week. We're able to get us fixed up, so pretty happy about that. So good news, bad news with this. Bad news is I don't like my truck, 2 years old, already having problems, but it happens. Is it just me, or does it seem like the quality just isn't where it used to be with these new vehicles? Take for instance this 2017 Jeep Wrangler that we're in right now. We bought it brand new, and 5 years, around 60,000 miles into it, we had to replace fuel injectors. It seems very, very early and unnecessary. Fuel injection's been around for 30 plus years. I own 40 plus cars, and this is the first thing that I've had to replace fuel injectors because of failure. I've upgraded in the past. I've done, if you want to hop it up, Fox body Mustangs going 30-pound injectors, things like that. But just to have components fail like that is just a little discouraging. But in the news recently, if you bought a new Toyota, they've recalled over 100,000 vehicles because of the engine. They're having to replace the entire engine because they lose power. Tells me there's like a valve problem. I don't know what's going on with them, but Toyota, I thought they set the standard for quality. Apparently not. So, but hey, we're almost there. So let's get my truck. All right, back in business. Man, it feels good to get my truck back. You know the feeling, your daily driver, your go-to. Although I've had a lot of fun riding my backup vehicle this week, my Harley, so no complaints there, but it is nice to have my truck back. All right, so what was wrong with it? First, I want you to look at the odometer. 79,877 miles. So just a smidge under 80,000. And that's going to become very important here in just a minute. Okay, so with almost 80,000 miles, it's fair to say the factory warranty has expired. When we bought the truck, we bought an extended warranty, but it was not a factory warranty. It was one of those warranties that you buy at the dealership. You really got to watch out for those. I think they're just a money-making scam, possibly. I don't know, but and in this instance, I asked about the extended warranty that I bought at this dealership, and they said it does not cover exhaust. Okay. What went out? The problem that I had was my catalytic converter went out. So, is it exhaust? Yes, but it's also an emissions component. So, I was a little disappointed that, okay, that's not covered. This is very important for any Ford owner to know. If you have a Ford, 8 years, up to 80,000 miles, your catalytic converter is covered, regardless of buying extended warranties. That's part of their backup and their guarantee. So when they told me that their warranty wouldn't cover it, I said, hey, what about this 80,000 mile 8-year thing? And they said, well, let me go check into it. And sure enough, they're like, yeah, that's gonna cover it. You're just barely under 80,000 miles. So I mean, that's luck. That's just, I'll take some good luck every now and then. Probably need to go buy me a lottery ticket. I might win today, but yeah, catalytic converter. What the heck sense does that make? I don't know. Have you had a catalytic converter go out on you on a 2-year-old vehicle with under 100,000 miles? It seems a little odd to me. So I don't know if that it's a turbo thing. It's the unburned gas in it. I don't know. You know, this truck does not make short trips, and if you're new to the channel, you'll realize that we run, and we run hard. I mean, I put almost 40,000 miles a year on my truck, so I really don't know why the cat would go out that quick, but it has. Good news is I walked out of there and I didn't have to pay a dime, not 1 red cent. That's really good. If I had to pay for this, if I had another 120 something miles on this truck, I would have been out about $1,300. Wow, what a difference 200 miles makes. I'm glad I didn't take that extra trip or around town or whatever. I mean, that's crazy. But the bad news is, for me, there's a little unknown. You know, why would a catalytic converter? Is it just bad, or is there something going on? You know, right now there's no check engine light on. The truck appears to be running great. So I don't know if I'm gonna have that problem again. When this thing is over 80,000 miles, if I'm going to replace the catalytic converter, I'm probably going to buy a high flow cat and take it to exhaust shop and do an upgrade while I'm at it, because I'm not going to pay $1,300 to have a factory cat put back on. So, how about my experience so far with this truck? You know, almost 80,000 miles, almost. 30,000 of those miles I've been pulling a trailer. Granted, my Bushwhacker's only 1,400 pounds. It's still towing a trailer. I tell you, this truck really does a great job of towing. 7,700 pounds max towing capacity. My trailer's, you know, the Bushwhacker's 1,400 pounds. Thelma, she's a little larger. She might be closer to 5,000 pounds. I have no problem towing them all day long. As far as the suspension goes, you've got the dual reservoir Fox shocks on this thing, which is great. The difference that makes, for one, it's great for off-roading, but two, going around town, this truck doesn't feel like a small truck. It feels more like riding in an F-150 because it's got a little softer suspension. It's got a little more travel, sits up a little taller, and it's very capable with the rear locker, low range 4-wheel drive. It really does a great job. Do I have any regrets buying this? None at all. I love this truck. While we were at the dealership, there was a Raptor up there, Ranger Raptor. No, I'd rather have this. It looks better. The Raptor has lower towing capacity, so I like to tow, and that's what I need. I'm not going to be doing any, you know, crazy off-road, desert hopping, whatever. This does everything off-road that I need. If I want to go a little more extreme, we're going to take the Jeep out. So although I've got this catalytic converter that I had to get replaced, it's cost me nothing. The only other expense I've done on this truck is, other than routine maintenance, I've replaced the tires. Factory tires, I got over 60,000 miles out of them, which is really good for an all-terrain tire. Everything's held up really well. The creature comfort stuff, the seats, everything, you know, no rips, no tears, no wear. All the electronics have worked really good so far. The navigation, the adaptive cruise control works like a charm. It's really been a great truck. I would buy this again, absolutely. So I have no real complaints. Real world gas fuel mileage, I'm getting 22 miles per gallon routinely in the city going back and forth to work. Towing a trailer varies depending on terrain. I've just recently went on about a 3,000 mile trip, and my average was 15 miles per gallon. I think that's really good with the Bushwhacker. I hook up Thelma, which is my vintage camper. It's a little bit larger, 15, 16 footer. I'm getting more 10 to 12 miles per gallon. So if you get into that 5,000 pound trailer range, you're gonna suck some gas up. So this was and is my first gasoline turbo engine to buy. So that was my only real big concern about this truck was, you know, I think 4-cylinder, that much power, but what's this thing gonna do in the long term? So I don't know. Maybe it's a contributing factor, maybe it's not. Many of these on the road and everybody's going towards the turbo gas engines, so it's something to get used to. But let me know in the comments, do you have one of these trucks with over 100,000 miles? I'd like to hear what your experience has been. Yeah, so it is what it is at this point, but with nothing out of pocket, I'm really good with that. They took really good care of me. So Ford, I give them a thumbs up on that. But anyhow, this truck's going nowhere. I'm gonna see how far one of these can possibly go. Yeah, I might have to replace some things along the way, but that's just all part of it. But anyhow, thanks for coming along. Give us a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and we will see you down the road.